beach parking, that is obviously one of the hot buttons that's in the press and one of the things we're going to talk about. We'll take a little bit of time to talk about that, but then we're going to also open up what you guys want to talk about, SLOSS or traffic congestion or anything else that you'd like to talk about. We'll certainly open that up. We're going to let you guys do the talking, anything that you want to talk about, and we'll go through that. Before we get started, let me introduce all the folks that are here tonight that we're listening to you. Starting on the front row, I've got Commissioner Bill Brunson, District 4. I see Commissioner Mike Browning, District 1. Commissioner J.R. Mark Stanlock, he's our at-large commissioner. And then a new commissioner from District 3, Richard Strickland, who also serves as the vice chairman. My name is Dale Provenzano. I'm the District 2 commissioner. And I see Bob Coleman coming in. He's also your at-large commissioner and those with the volunteers. Also, we have here, for anybody that needs to ask questions, Chief Matt Dory, our administrator, Alan Howells, our recreation director, Weston Davis, our public works director, Dave Austin, and Dave Haley, our director of community development.
A lot. This is becoming more typical as the season progresses through the year, and it's not only occurring on weekends now, it's occurring weekdays, and the parking lot's full, and East Beach neighborhood that Orient You is back in this area beyond these trees. This picture taken from Coast Cottages, which is adjacent to this development. Quite frequently, you'll see this. This is not only an occurrence that happens for those who venture out toward the Florida weekend, but this is a typical weekend event that goes down from East Beach all the way down almost to the lighthouse now, with people parking wherever they can park and right away. There's quite frequently conflicts between these folks that want to park on the right of way and people who have driveways and can't get in and out, so it's quite an interesting event over there. This is what we have right now as far as the physical facility. This is the new restroom facility that's being built out there. This is beach access. This is the facility that the museum operates in this area. This is Coast Cottages, and this is East Beach subdivision going up this way. The parking lot is a mixture of hard-packed dirt and grass areas. The grass area is diminishing as it speaks. So this is one view. In this condition, it's known as the dust bowl. Given a fair amount of rain that occurs, and then it quickly transforms itself into this facility because it does not drain well, and it's hard packed and it doesn't drain through the surface area. So that's one of the main concerns that we're trying to address is not only pulling people out of the neighborhood, but also addressing this water quality issue because you may not see it, but there's a couple areas right in here that have kind of a sheen onto the surface. That's oil and gas particulates, and what I'm going to try to do is we're going to try to get them out of the system before it gets into the marsh area. And then it goes down through, and it has an outlet drain, but it also has an area of large stone in the area that enables it to recharge the groundwater area. This is what it looks like in plan view. You got this is just a conceptual plan. There's no real hard plans developed at this time, but this shows how it could be developed. This is one in reality showing the plant material and parking lot sloping down to it. This is more of a southern view of it that shows the plant material used as a break between the parking bays. This is a smaller, narrower version of that. It's not only going to develop Coast Guard, but improve Neptune, or Massendale. And these blue areas are new facilities or improved facilities that could also get improved crosswalk area over to them. There's a Coast Guard gain of 71%, 158 additional parking spaces can be developed on that site. Massendale is probably going to go down a little bit because the current plan sketch, which is conceptual in nature, showed removal of some trees. That plan will be changed so that those trees will be retained. So it's probably going to go down 69 or 70 gain in the parking space. So the blended mix is probably going to be approximately 60% gain.
These are some proposals that staff has presented. and that we're sharing with you guys. We can do nothing at all, which has certainly been proposed to us at the hour meeting. There were people that don't want to do anything at all. There are some people that they don't really care what we do with the parking lot. They just don't want anybody parking in front of their house, which would create a lot of problems for everybody that wants to go to the beach if there were only 370 spaces that could be used. But we can try to make some improvements, whatever they may be. So at this point in time, I'd like to turn this over to you guys. Ask us any questions, comments. We've got the commissioners, staff, myself. Any questions that you may have about beach parking, or any solutions that you may have to help us move forward with this idea. We can pay the park, or we can not pay the park, or we can not do anything at all. But is there anybody that would like to come forward and talk to the commissioners about beach parking? Come on up, James. Mr. Holland.
I don't like to go first. I don't know a politician that does either, so you don't need me. All right, the first thing I'd like to say is, I live over here in Glynn County, and my little island is down the Bucknell Road, down the swamp. So when it comes to that bit, whether the parking lots get paved or not, I think I would like to shy away from that, okay? I would love to leave that up for the island residents themselves to decide. However, there are some things, all of you know what I really care about in the gentleman marshes, you know. But I heard tonight and I heard the other night, two words were mentioned, recharge area. I need to know a little bit more about recharge. Is that what it is, an actual recharge area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've been messing with, as a layman, I have been messing with water and marshes for about 20 years now. And the one thing I have learned is parking lots and recharge areas don't go together. They don't fit, they don't mix. So I'm going to have to think about that for a little bit, okay? And the only thing is I can tell you now, the lime rock you have over there has got to go. It doesn't make any difference what you do with it. And the reason I say this is, I was out here looking on North 17 one day before the county had come out and obliterated the marsh buffers, and it was in front of the golf course over there. And the golf course had some kind of path on it that was lime rocked. And the water coming underneath the highway looked like milk that you drank going into the marshes. I photographed it and turned that into EPD. That ended that. So if somebody will tell me that milky looking water is going towards my marsh, I'm going to get that. Okay? I'll help you in it. I can't do it by myself. But lime is okay for pickling. We don't have anything out there that wants to get pickled. Okay? And that's not saying anything fun either. Because lime changes the pH.
Right.
Lime is used to treat raw sewage and sewage spills.
It raises the pH of the marsh.
Yeah, and sewage spills are treated with lime. So we don't need it going into the marshes.
Well, that's why one of the things we want to do is address that. That's why this photo was incorporated. So.
Now, the person that I really wanted to talk with and ask questions tonight is not here, which is Scott. I want to talk with Scott. I want to talk to Scott McQuaid. Because I am nobody, but a year or so back, I advised Mr. McQuaid when they were having a meeting with foreign students. They were talking about doing things for the gateway, cleaning up the gateway. And I got to thinking in my mind what cleaning up the gateway might look like. And I personally at that time stood up and orated for about 5 minutes. So please don't do what they just did to the marsh buffer. And the students that were there already understood what I was talking about, and every one of them to a person agreed with what I said. Now, just today, I got an email this morning. I was busy doing things at home, but I got an email asking me what was going on down at Glynn Avenue. And it went on to say that trucked on down there, and sure enough, here's Brunswick, got a crew out there doing the marsh and the marsh buffer. So I photographed it and I turned it in to CRD. They didn't even have the marshes delineated, so they didn't know what they were doing out there. They cut down some big those big silvermans out there. They cut one down with that big around, and they were ending sea octide and that kind of stuff. Now, this don't cut it. Now, this is all brought about by the Visitor Bureau and these wide open spaces that Scott mentioned the other night on the survey. That was approximately the number 3 that they liked about coming down here was our wide open spaces. And now we're out there cutting our precious marsh buffer down so tourists can see our marshes. Well, that's wrong. I'd like to ask in here, I'll ask y'all, you're the ones that's actually responsible for this. How many of you have ever asked people in Glynn County or asked yourself about just Glynn County citizens? Now, we're not talking about people that live outside this area. How much does wildlife watching, fishing, hunting, and going to the beaches bring into the county? Just nothing county residents. Now, when you speak about wildlife watching, you have to go in pretty deep. You know, those people spend an awful lot of money on telescopes and clothing and travel. Then we talk about feeding the birds. That's wildlife watching. How many people actually have feeders in their backyard and fill them up every other day or so? That costs money. It costs money when you go out and go buy a boat. It costs money when you buy a boat. It costs money every time you buy a fishing boat or a fishing rod or a float. Everything there costs money. They also go to them beaches that you're talking about over there. Figure that in a little bit too. Try to figure out how much money our marshes bring into this county. It probably wouldn't be a lot different than what's all about that tourist. Okay? And it matters to us. It matters to us that live here. And someday, in not too far distant future, someone is going to bring something before y'all that we're going to have to hit the streets to get. And that's a 25-foot marsh buffer ordinance. It ain't going to go over good, folks. You're the commissioner. You're sitting here, and you know it. And you know what it'll take. You know what they did about that fast food over there. They'll go to the streets, and I'll be right there leading the crowd because we need marsh protection. We're not getting it, y'all. Okay? We ain't getting it at all. Matter of fact, it appears it's all encouraging. So, upon saying that, thank you. Please get rid of the line lock. I don't need no pickle crab. And I go along with you the way that you want to get rid of the stormwater over there if you're discharging to the beach. You know I'm rotten by saying that because I know what y'all discharge to the market and what it looks like. I want to go to the beaches so people can see it.
Well,
That's my goal. Stop it.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. That's
Have a tollway ordinance, remove them. That'll be done quickly. That'll become a secret. That'll be very popular, and that's how problems should be solved, I think, rather quickly. I had the privilege of coming to one of your meetings about 2 months ago and watched the presentation by the architect, and I saw different numbers than I saw here, and it's in my mathematics, so I'm going to say I could be wrong. But I calculated about a difference of 26 total spaces in the whole project, that is both beaches. Well, 26 projects divided by 4.7 million, I didn't even put pen and paper for that. That's not going to work. I did tonight, and I got very round, and very round. And I came up with $7,500 per parking space at that rate. So I don't know how you're figuring that out. And another question some other people have raised is, how big are these parking spaces going to be? You've got 620, okay, you've got numbers here. Total 372, proposed gain, 235, okay. How big are those going to be? The ones that are there right now are quite small. They're very confining. parking spaces lined up and an estimated highway are quite small. So I don't know if you can get those kind of numbers out of the square footage.
You're talking about the line spaces in front of Maxfield Park?
Yes. They're quite small.
I-
So,
Yeah.
you ask your guy how wide he's planning on making these spaces before you go by any kind of numbers like that. One of the proposals to improve the facilities at Coast Guard Beach, a few years ago, they did a beautiful renovation. They got a beautiful building there right now. I don't know what you need another one for. It's rather nice. I don't know if that's the opinion of other people or not, but it's rather nice. So that would be money spent where we don't really need it. You say no?
No, we're not going to build a new facility over there.
We don't need another one then.
No. What's going to be built there is a pavilion and a new beach crossover. The restroom is in fine shape, as you indicated. It's been built probably in the last 5 years.
That's all I have.
Hang on, let me have a mic. And then we're gonna- No, that's fine.
I'm Estelle Miller, I'm on Brunswick, and
Yes, ma'am.
I raised my children here on the beach because it was cheap. It was what, a quarter of the city to get over the bridge then. I understand the state now has control of Causeway.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That would be a really good thing, like take, put their total on it. And it would be nice to have a total. And the stickers that say some people could have their sticker, you know, because they're paying taxes. But everybody that has ever lived here knows that when the wind blows, the sand covers the cement or the asphalt. So you're going to have a truck in there or a sweeper to clean the sand off the parking lot. I don't know. And I'm not for paying to go to the beach. But I can understand about expenses and the cost where you put the money in the slot or whatever. But $5 is a lot for somebody to take the children to the beach for 2 hours, you know, if anybody can work that out. And thank you.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Glynn County citizen, I've worked in the service industry down here with Hilton Hotel, Ritz-Carlton, Sea Island, King of Prince, attended Coast Georgia Community College, I'm a carpenter, residential house painter, and local activist. I've been coming to the beach down here for a long time. And I hadn't been mentioned yet, the Coast Guard station where it is now, it used to be on the beach.
Oh, wow.
The beach has grown from the Coast Guard station to out to where it is now. That much sand has accumulated. She brought up an interesting point about what are you going to do when the sand blows? Because it's a bio area. That sand is always going to move. You can go in there and interact with it, but if you need to do it in spirit of cooperation, you can hide it in ways kind of how they handle snow in Colorado. I'd like to mention a couple things. To me, it looks like we've been putting off making a difficult decision for 20 or 30 years. The limestone out there is temporary and effective only at a level, and it does have an impact on the environment. And as much as I don't think I'd like to see it paid, as a proper, responsible use of the resources and steward of the resources in that area, I do think it is necessary at some point to consider paving it, but I would like to see it done with pavers. And they even make a paver that looks like a schoolhouse brick that has grass that goes in and keeps the temperature down, it absorbs sunlight. And in those bio areas, in the rows in between, I'd like to see fruit trees, grapefruit, orange, mango. Make them sustainable, let them grow and produce fruit. Why don't we turn the garden heating into an unsustainable parking lot? I think we'll avoid that. Not when I started.
I have to admit, so that's the first solution that I've heard on that, and I appreciate
You
it.
can do granny smith apples, you can do lots of stuff, y'all figure it out. What's really going on? Bananas too, because you know how some are. I'd like to see a $5 fine for littering on the beach for cigarette butts. Yesterday. In our highways, and like on the spur, when we stop at traffic lights, and at the off ramps, to run cigarette butts on the ground right there is deplorable. I've done community service before, we won't go there for what that was for, but anyway, still just a meetings. But when I see some cigarette butts get picked up and clean this place up, the earth is not our ass track. And they enforce that on the beach. They're out there, right, run them up. I pick up butts and dog poop and trash. If you're local, you pick up trash on the beach if you're responsible and you love the beach. If it does come down to pay, how you're going to pay for it, don't think there's that much resistance, and you do a SPLOST, I would like to see there be provisions for the skateboard park to be built to accommodate the local skateboard park community as we have requested in the first place. We'd like to see 1/3 a balanced dynamic. I've been skateboarding for 41 years. I'm 52 years old, but I still skate.
You still have your needs.
Yes, sir. No more fans. Yes, sir. But I'd like to see the skateboard park project revisited. I understand there's a consideration talking about moving the skate park from the residential neighborhood next to this ward where it is now, and it's noisy, and I don't want to one next to noise over there. That's it.
What would you like to see?
I'd like to see it put behind the airport, or for J. Moore Court, back in the little pocket backs up to the back entrance to the airport.
And when you said redo the ramps, is there?
I'd like to see a sustainable, the word out there on Earth in America, folks can plan on sticking around through these earth changes, is sustainability. And a community and dynamic that interacts with the earth has got to be sustainable. A sustainable dynamic of a skateboard park is 1/3 kids, beginners, 1/3 new school, or the high school age kids, and 1/3 old school, the older age guys. It creates a self-policing environment. There was a situation that formula was requested in the building of these two parks before it was not adhered to, and we had that problem. And a child was harmed. And a child was harmed. I'm sorry? No, we'll take some of the thorns and Russian olive trees and the thorns that they put in there any day.
I'm just picking on you, just talking about sustainability.
Yes, sir. Banana trees would be a great thing in skateboard park. We could feed them off with
Different sustainability.
Yes, sir. Feed us these things while they're in the good books and stuff about the children coming to me. Jesus said. That's pretty much all I have. I appreciate y'all having these open forums and listening and taking the time and taking the community concerns into consideration. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise anybody. For those of us who live here, we live here because we want to. And it's maybe everybody see on a level, like to keep it sustainable but responsible management of resources, and we've got to do a parking lot. Just see the locals are taken care of and look after us and keep our project going, make it quality and quantity, and I think we can really work this thing out in a spirit of cooperation. That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate those comments very much. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Late in the last meeting, after you asked for show of hands, and a small number of people said there should be more study, more investigation of this problem, and then you asked how many people were opposed to the paving the parking lot and charging. Quite a few people said they were opposed. You said, well, we have 6 more meetings. Now, I count 3. When you say 6 more meetings, were you joking, or do you mean that this will be discussed at the county commission, or what?
If I said 6 more, I would say we had 6 meetings total, maybe, but we only had, after that meeting, we've got tonight, I think, 4 more meetings, 3 meetings after tonight.
3 meetings after tonight.
And then we'll start discussing amongst the commissioners and work sessions to see if we need to go forward with the plan or drop it all together.
Let me ask this as politely as I can. It's not possible you're trying to wear us down.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's really going to be more now. The charge to the chairman of the county commission was that we need to have town hall meetings to discuss this.
I'm going to ask you to do your question.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, but these other guys do, because they're getting old and they can't hear you.
And this is not a joke either, all right? Marine Corps couldn't wear me down. These 6 or 7 commissioners sure as hell are, okay?
You know,
Once again, the first thing you have to have is you have to have a property to put it on, and we all like I said, this meeting was,
James, they actually have a parking garage. I see that.
They didn't have to spit. On the day,
but this meeting was, supposed to be to talk about beach parking and splash. And so, anybody else? How about any questions about what's going on in District 3? I can tell you that as a District 3 Commissioner, there's a ton of things going on in District 3. You drive down Glynn County Parkway towards the airport, you look out there, and that beautiful Gulfstream hangar is coming up. It'll probably be open here the end of April. Folks, I envision over the next few years that Gulfstream is going to be a major industry here in Glynn County. And we welcome them with open arms. Then you move down Glynn County Parkway, we got Coastal Pines Technical College being built. The spur is being widened there from the interstate all the way out to 99. It should be completed in the next couple of months. We've got Canal Crossing going in over there on Canal Road. Going to be a major development. So there's a lot going on in District 3. So.
I'd like to have a discussion with you about the Canal Crossing and all that stormwater y'all gonna put that canal out there with no protection for that canal anywhere. And I can't warn people like I tell them. Several years ago, we were digging and trying to do something about the canal. We were hoping we could do something making it so that people would be able to paddle and do kayaking. We wanted to do that for one reason, because we knew development was coming. Glynn County knows how to move water. They don't know how to move it right. They know how to move it look like they can really get it going, and they're going to ruin that canal with the stormwater. They can run off the field, and it goes straight to that off, and then those markers out there. So again, all I care about markers.
I understand.
I do not complain about anything else. You don't hear me complain.
Once again, on behalf of the Glynn County Board of Commissioners, we'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and give us your thoughts. And, we're going to have another one Monday night, 6 o'clock, Strickland Auditorium over at Hepworth. And so, you're just as welcome to come to all of them and be in attendance with your